Hey guys, I'm Sean. This is my 1976 Cadillac Eldorado, and I'm going to show you everything about it, including, actually most importantly, all the imperfections. So first, let's kind of walk around the body, and I'll show you everything. Now, you might recognize this car. This was the car from Tyler Hoover owned this car from Hoovy's Garage. And he bought it from the Mecum auto auction, I think for like $12,500. You can still, the results are still up on there, so you can still find the car on there. And I think when he bought it, these things all broke or were broken, so these were replaced. Like they're plastic or fiberglass. And then the ones on the back were also replaced and painted. He also fixed I think he fixed the AC unit, and I forget what else he did to it. When I got it about a year ago, I put brand new tires on it, the white walls, of course, and then I actually bought it I flew out to Kansas, drove it back to Pennsylvania, about 1,000 miles. It was awesome. It was great. It was a great ride. It was the summertime. It was hot, and the AC was still blowing cold. It was a lot of fun. The car never overheated. All right, so let's walk around. Let's start from right here. As far as I know, it is the original paint. But, you know, I don't really know. That's no, that's a bug. All right. That's a little thing. That's something right there. That's a little thing right there. On the edge of the hood, you can start to see a tiny little bit. So I need some touch-up paint on side there. A little piece right there. Need some touch-up. Little thing right there, maybe need some touch up. All the glass is good. It is power windows. That all works really well. Come down here, this little imperfection right there. A little scratch right there. That's a little tiny thing right there. That's a little scuff. That could be polished out, actually. And then there's a little tiny thing, little tiny imperfection right there. Not sure what's going on right there. Little lights down at the bottom of the door, which is pretty cool. You come up to the roof. Roof looks pretty good. I don't really see any. There's a little. I think that'll just come right off because I don't feel anything with my nail. The rag top looks pretty good. You can see this trim is kind of just getting a little tight. Nothing leaks anywhere. It is a little bit kind of I don't know, like mildewy or stained. I never wanted to get the pressure washer on there and really hit it hard because I just didn't know what would happen. You can see right here, you scrub a little bit harder, it does kind of come off. But I never really cleaned that very well. I did have the car professionally detailed, but they didn't really get that rag top very well. Come back down here. All this is looking pretty good.
Right there.
Yeah, a little imperfection right there. Little one right there. Couple little things on top of there. Very small. The back looks good. This is the auto closing trunk. Actually, I'll show you. So to open up the trunk, you open up the glove box, and there's a little button in here. Pop the trunk open. You can see, I mean, everything looks pretty good inside here. Now this is the auto closing. So what you do is you shut the trunk to about here, and then it just closes itself. So you don't have to slam the trunk. Come over here. That's a scuff. That should actually just come right out. I'm not feeling anything with my nail. All this is looking good. There's something right here. Right there, really small. Like I said, these tires only have maybe a 1,200 miles on them. So they've got plenty of life left. Little imperfections right there. That's a bug. Little, need some paint chip stuff right there. That's all wiping off. Everything here is looking pretty good. I'm not really seeing anything.
Some scuffs like right here on the handle, but that's pretty common because people are obviously putting their hands.
Yeah, nails and whatnot. Here's the fender up here. Little imperfection right there. Little thing right there. Something going on right there.
Just a little bit of touch-up paint.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from. Yeah, there's something right there. And then you come to the hood looks pretty good. There are, a couple little, imperfections like right there that need touch up from just chips. One right there. Is that one? No. So you got, I think those are all of them. Then when you come to the front of the hood, there's a bunch of them. We touched them up. Honestly, I bet there's like 100 starting from here, because this is pretty flat. Starting from here and then just going the whole way over here. We got the color pretty close, but someone who knows what they're doing could do it better, or you might just want to paint that. I'm not sure what the best route to go with that is, but we just touched it up. So you can see tons of little ones all up on the front, which, is fairly common for a car that's at this old.
Look, if you step back.
Yeah, you step back, you don't really see it.
You don't really see it.
You can see it. I don't think they did the greatest paint job on this, but sure, if you wet sanded that. And like I said before, these pieces were definitely painted. I don't know about the rest of the car. Let's go to the inside of the car. You can go that way. The inside of the car is really, really, really nice. The interior looks perfect. Everything works. There is a little thing right there on the carpet. When you pull the carpet up, it looks perfect. Looks exactly like what you would want to see.
A little bit of a crack down there.
Yeah, a little crack on that thing right there. On the thing. Back seat looks nice. It really is a comfortable car. It really is fun to drive. It does have the auto antenna that does work. It does have, check this out, this is really cool. It's got the original General Motors parts division A-track. But you look at here and you're like, but there's no A-track player. Watch this. That's the A-track. So
that's so cool.
So you stick it in like that, I guess. I don't know how you get it out. That might just be stuck in there now. No, that comes out somehow. The radio works, but then it'll work for a little while, and then it just turns off. And then when you turn it off and turn it back on, it works again. I never really listened to it very much. Now the doors, you kind of have to slam them. They don't sag. You can see that they don't sag at all. But you do have to, shut them pretty hard. Can you pop that? Now, also, when you're, I think the cable for the hood needs to be adjusted, because when you pop it, it pops the one, but you almost need someone to be pulling the latch while you're kind of giving a little bit of pressure on the thing to pop the rest of it. Yeah.
Good?
Yep. Now this is the last year of the 500 cubic inch big block. It's a very giant motor. It makes no power. It only makes like 100, I think it makes like 190 horsepower or something like that. But it runs good. I'll show you guys in the test drive. The air condition was done to it was switched over to R134, I guess it was, instead of R12, and that works very well. All the coolant and everything has all been done. The vehicle has been serviced, and it looks very good. There's nothing really more to see here. Can you see it underneath it? Let me turn it off real quick.
Let's throw under a running car.
Yes. Oh, you know what? There is one thing that does not work on it. That is the cruise control. I've tried to use it, but I couldn't get it to work. Maybe I don't know how to use it, and I've never taken it to the shop for the purpose of, can you fix the cruise control? I've never tried. Let's look underneath this thing. Everything's super solid. Nothing is, I mean, you can see it looks, you know, like rust color, but nothing's anything close to rusting through or even, you know, not super strong. Fairly normal for a car of this age. And nothing drips. Nothing drips, nothing leaks, no oil, no coolant, no trans fluid. Interesting thing about this car is this is a front wheel drive, so it is the transmission's right here, and that's why there's no hump. You know, normally it would be a rear wheel drive vehicle, and there'd be a big hump in there for the drive shaft to go to the rear differential, but there's no hump, so you can comfortably sit like 6 people in here, and no one has to get the hump. All right, let's go take it for a spin. So we got the AC blowing. It's a pretty warm day. I think it's like 75. This thing says it's 90. I don't know if I believe it. You see that little temperature thing on there? I've always enjoyed driving the car. It is a smooth ride. A lot of cool, unique things about it. You see those little tiny steel things up there on the hood, on the side?
Yes.
They're actually little lights, and they tell you when the brake lights are on, and when they tell you, no, there's a brake light thing back here. See that thing right there? You see it through your rearview mirror. It tells you when your brake lights are on, and those things tell you when your turn signals are on, and when your high beams are on, and your main and your regular lights.
It's pretty rad.
That's pretty cool. The gas gauge works, and it is telling me that I am pretty low on fuel. Another cool thing about this is the wipers. The wipers, it's a very unique little switch where you just kind of move it up like this. Wipers work, and the wash works. Lights work. Like I said, cruise control doesn't work. The power antenna is set up where it can either be like on automatic, so when you turn the radio on, it turns on. Like right now, you see the power antenna's going up.
Oh yeah.
Or when you turn the radio off, it just goes down. All right, so it also has tilt steering, a little lever back here. Get that range. I don't know who's driving it down here. I kind of like that though, but I can't see the gauges. Horn works. There's a knob up here, and I think this is the knob for the power steering pressure. I think.
Interesting.
So like, it makes it a little stiffer. You turn it over here, it makes it a little lighter. I'm not 100% sure about that. I just kind of leave it to the one side. Here's the power windows, my side. Here's passenger side. Pretty fast. Pretty fast for old power windows. Power door locks. This is pretty cool. I got control over my mirror, my driver's side mirror right down here. You see this? It's a little knob down here. It's a little knob right there. That controls my mirror. And then to control the other mirror, this is real classy. It took me a little while to find this. It's a knob right here. Oh wait. Oh, we're right here. This knob right here. See?
Oh shoot, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Change that up a little bit, make sure so you don't have to, I mean, you know, they're using old school technology, but they're still getting it done. there's probably cars you can buy today that don't have that you can't change the mirror from the driver's side. Now, it's not a very fast car. I mean, it goes, like, it moves. It gets out of its own way, but, you know, no one's ever going to consider it fast. It's just a comfortable, big, cruising vehicle. On our trip back from Kansas, you know, we were going 80, 85, had no problem rolling at those speeds. I mean, the loudest thing about the car is just the exhaust. It's louder than what it should be, to be honest with you. Someone put a louder exhaust on it. If I were going to keep it any longer, I would put a much quieter exhaust. I think a Cadillac deserves a quieter exhaust, and it's more appropriate for the vehicle. But you can tell it is a pretty quiet vehicle. Turn signals both ways, works. We did replace the air shocks in the back. There's a compressor somewhere mounted, someplace hard to find. We replaced the air shocks on the back and just put a little Schrader valve on the back bumper, so you can just, you know, raise it up or raise it down. I got it at a nice level height. It runs a whole lot better, a little bit smoother while riding it, but it doesn't have the auto control, which that gets really expensive if it's not working properly. It really is fun to drive, though. It just really is fun to drive. It's a big giant boat. You got 12 feet of hood in front of you. Well, that's it. That's all I can think about. Let's get these awesome armrests. There we go. Cool armrests. There are seat belts in the middle, and I think 3 in the back, so you can seat 6. It's a lot of fun. Good Sunday car, and maybe you'll win it, but we're definitely gonna sell it. Like, it's gonna sell. See you guys later.